The Hangout on air is live. Okay.
Before we start the show, it's I like Gabe Van Gilder's approach to I don't care what game you're playing, I'm playing Mega Man.
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, it's cool, but it's just funny.
I think he's been trying to play through every single one or something.
Yeah.
Maybe that's his plan.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
Yeah.
More post stuff posted in there, the merrier, I suppose.
Right.
And I also like the Clayton has been. He doesn't just on Friday nights. He doesn't just do one name that game. He just does like 50 over the course of the entire evening. But let me rephrase. Not evening. It's like overnight. It's
midnight to 5 a.m.
Yeah. When I'm most certainly in bed because I'm an old man.
I won one about a month ago because I was actually just still up. The first one ran through, and it was Cobra Triangle. We played, and
it's a classic.
I've tried to win a few, but I've always like these people are just like on it.
Yeah.
Within a second, they got.
I used to win them, but I can't win them anymore because there's no time. Back when there was 10 seconds before somebody would post an answer, I could get in there. But now that there's 3, I can't get in there.
Let's start the show. We'll talk about it on the show.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. Hey, Justin.
What's up, man?
Not much. Just preparing for Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
That is a good point where Jurassic Park's coming out. We're playing this game.
Yeah, I think my approach to go into Jurassic Park is we can get some rocks so that I can throw at them.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that's a pretty effective means of getting rid of dinosaurs.
Just throwing rocks at them.
Yeah, just throwing rocks at them.
Or boomerangs.
Yeah.
And they don't break midair.
Yeah. Because dinosaurs hate rocks and boomerangs.
Mm-hmm. Right. So we were talking before we started recording about the contest, Clayton's contest.
Oh yeah. The name the game.
Yeah. And how quick everybody's gotten with it. Quick on the draw.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I can't get on there anymore. I know the names of the games. I don't have time. I'm not. I think people are cheating. I don't know. I feel like they're cheating.
Well, I'm not going to say that anybody's cheating, but you do know that there's a reverse image search on Google.
Well, you wouldn't have time to do it.
That's true. That's true. How's anybody cheating? They got the N with Clayton. They know what's going to come up.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Via time, they know when it's going to come up.
Yeah.
Clayton says, "Hey, psst, all you guys, it's going to be posted at exactly 11:02 and 32 seconds."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then boom, got it.
Right. Who's been fairly silent on the Facebook page?
Several people, but
yeah. Let's see if we can bring some of those people back.
Okay, so I'm going to
on the show.
Yeah, I'm going to call them out. I'll start with one, and then you can go with one. I'm going to say, Dude Upple has been eerily silent on this podcast.
Very silent. Yeah, he used to comment all the time. Gone.
I hope he's okay.
How about Dude Hickman?
Yeah, Dude Hickman's been a little. I feel like he's coming back though. I saw some the other day. But yeah, he was silent for like a month. I think he's been. Maybe he's been traveling or something.
Maybe. I think he was traveling because I saw him take a picture with another one that's been fairly silent.
Dude Purcell.
Yes.
The one that purrs.
Mm-hmm.
Purcell.
So come on, guys.
Well, and what about Dude Jay? We brought him on the show, and then he just leaves. It's like he was his only goal.
He got what he wanted, and he left.
Yeah, he played. Well, there's my dog.
Yeah. You know what I heard the other day at my house, and rarely hear it at my house? A train.
Oh yeah.
I really thought of the podcast.
Hang on just a second. Let me get this dog to
Okay.
stop. Cool. Don't worry about it. All right, I'm back.
Okay.
Did you hear what I said to her? I just say it's cool. Don't worry about it. She stops.
Yeah. Well,
Well, here's the thing. Whenever somebody walks by her house, I had the window open, which I guess was my first mistake. And whenever somebody walks by the house and she sees them, she just goes ballistic.
she has to give them a warning shot.
Yeah. Yeah, a little warning shot. And it's funny, we started calling them walkers. So it's kind of like a little Walking Dead joke around the house. Because like if we're all just sitting on the couch, Teeter's laying there asleep, we'll say, "Is that a walker?" And she just her head will perk up. She's like, "What? Where? Where's the walker?"
Oh man, I don't watch that show, but
I don't either, but it's still funny.
well, I've got a related funny story to that. Somebody we talked about on the show, Mr. Carl. You know, I used to be Carl's neighbor.
Right.
And when they would come home, Tom, my old dog, who was a little bit mean, had kind of a grumpy temperament.
Yeah, I think he bit me one time.
Yeah, he was known for that.
My fault, though. I had beef jerky in my pocket.
No,
Why I had beef jerky in my pocket, I don't know, but I did.
And he knew their car, and he would like start growling when they were coming down the road. And so then it got to where he learned their name because we would say it.
Yeah.
All we'd have to do is say, "Is that the insert last name?" I won't say his last name, but insert last name, and he would just start growling and barking.
Is that the Smiths? Are the Smiths coming home?
Yeah, and he would just start going crazy. So,
That's funny. That's funny. Mm-hmm. And you should have trained him just for Carl and said, "Is that Carl?"
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, you know, they had a tendency to all kind of drive the same cars too. And they had two cars.
They were really into, and Carl and his brother were really into the not Firebird, Trans Ams.
Trans Am, that's right. Yeah.
Good car. Good car. We also before the show, this is just going to be a laid back show because honest spoiler alert, I don't have a whole lot to say about Dino Riki.
There's not a lot to say about it. But.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, but we'll get into that here in just a minute. But we're also talking about Gabe and how, regardless of the game we're playing, Gabe just says, "Well, I'm going to play Mega Man."
Right, here's my Mega Man game.
He posted on the Facebook group. I think that's cool.
It's hilarious, yeah, but I love it at the same time.
Yeah. So okay. Anyway, so Dino Riki.
Yeah, never heard of this game until you told me this is the game we're playing.
Well, I never heard of it until Joe Copel made this his Patreon pick.
Right. And we'll get to this when we get to the feedback, but apparently he got it like recently. This is not a game that he played when he was a kid or anything. So, interesting story about Joe. So
we're doing a history of Joe, or are we doing history of Dino Riki?
Let's do a history of Joe real quick.
Okay, history of Joe. Okay.
So Joe has and everybody that's on the Facebook page, this is no news to you, but Joe has a very funny profile picture where he's apparently imitating some girls and how they do some pictures online. Some chesty pictures, I guess.
Joe is quite chesty himself.
Yeah. So there was like a while back. I mean, this has been a couple months ago. There was like something that my wife had put up on Facebook, tagged me in, and it said, and Joe had commented on it. And so my wife took a screenshot of his profile picture and sent it to me because I wasn't home, and she was like, "Who is this?" I told him, "Oh, he's a friend from the podcast," and she was like, "Well, that's a funny profile picture." Anyway, so whatever. So about a couple days later, my daughter got her phone, is like going through her pictures and found that screenshot. It's like carrying around saying, "What is this picture?" It's like picture joke. So, oh yeah, it was funny.
Oh,
So yeah, just a
always
little
good for some laughs, Joe.
Yes, thank you for that, Joe. So anyway, Adventures of Dino Riki. So Adventures of Dino Riki, a Hudson Soft game, developed and released in North America by Hudson Soft, but it was released not in Japan by Hudson Soft. It was developed by Hudson Soft, but released by Rix Soft, RIX. And I tried to find anything about Rix Soft, and I really couldn't find anything about it. I don't think that they did very many games. Have you ever heard of them?
Rick Soft? No, I haven't.
Every article that I went to pretty much just talked about, them releasing Adventures of Dino Riki in Japan, but nothing else. So I don't know if this was like a one and done company or if this was like a kind of like a company under the umbrella of Hudson Soft that Hudson Soft released it under. I'm not sure. It's
I don't know. Hey, Justin, not
Yeah.
to interrupt you, but you're going to have to not touch your table as much
Oh, I'm sorry.
because we still haven't gotten the
Yeah.
the mic stand and it's
Right.
banging around.
Back a little bit. Okay.
No problem. Moving.
So anyway, but it was released in Japan in February 10th, 1987, just in time for Valentine's Day. Get those
Oh,
Valentine's Day gifts out. Here's some Adventures of Dino Riki. But in Japan, it was not called that. It was called Shinjinrui, the New Type. So,
the new type?
yeah, I don't know if the New Type is the translation of Shinjinrui or if that was part of the name over there. I don't know. But so then he was brought to North America 2 years later, 2.5 years later, actually, in September of 1989. And this game kind of follows a similar gameplay to some other Hudson Soft games like 1943, The Battle of Midway, and had a very arcade-like game feel to it, or old school arcade game feel to it. Not a whole lot of history on this game out there. I don't know if this was just like a fly under the radar game. As far as ratings on the sites that I could find ratings, like GameFAQs, it rounded about 40 to 50% out of 100.
Not so great.
Love it or hate it. It's one of those things. It's either love it or hate it. Some people said it was really hard. Some people said they really liked it. And then some people just really didn't care much for it. So, did you have this game? I know you had some people take over this game earlier in the week.
Yeah. My Meebos.
Yeah. You've got quite the collection, by the way.
Yeah, I do. I've got almost every single one, except for I'm missing just a few. I'm missing 2 from the most recent set that came out because they've become impossible to get.
Very popular.
Yeah, they're basically impossible to get. I'm not the type that's going to take off work on a Friday when they release and go sit out in front of Target at 7 o'clock in the morning or something to get them. I'm not going to do that. So I just go, after work or on my lunch break or something and see what they have. And I've just been lucky enough to get all but 2 of them. I don't know. Which ones do I not have?
Mm-hmm.
I do not have Robin or Lucina.
Okay.
Which are I believe they're the unicorns of the most recent batch.
Yeah.
They're just impossible to get. I also don't have Gold Mario, which was also another one that was impossible to get.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyways, no, I did not have this game as a kid. I'm with you. I had never even heard of it until Joe brought it up. I did get it to give away.
Ooh, there it is.
I'm not going to lie. I may have used this to play for this week.
Uh-huh.
but I'm not keeping it. It's going to the deep adders. Somebody, some lucky dude is going to get this.
Do we have that name yet?
No, we're going to pick it out of the feedback or the Patreon people. I may have it by the end of the show. I'll let you know. But so we may be able to announce it on air. If not, we'll announce it in the Facebook group. But what we're doing, just for anybody who's curious, is and didn't see it on the Facebook group, is if you're a Patreon donator, you get an entry, right?
Uh-huh.
So there's an entry right there, free and clear. All you got to do is be a donator at any amount. Right. There's one entry into the contest.
I think it's donor, but okay.
What did I call it?
Donator is a word.
No, ours are donators.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not gonna argue with you.
All right, fine. Make me sound like an idiot on air.
I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's cool. Fine. Patreon person.
Yeah. Speaking of on air, I've got some. I'm having some stomach issues, so something might breathe through here in a minute.
Okay.
All I gotta say is a chili dog for lunch and 2 chili dogs for dinner.
And 3 chili dogs for breakfast.
2 Krispy Kreme donuts for breakfast because yesterday was Donut Day, National Donut Day.
Very nice.
Anyways,
so if you're a person who gives us money on Patreon, then you get an entry. If you give us feedback for the show on our official feedback post, you get an entry. And if you're a Patreon donor and you give us feedback, you get 3 entries.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that's how we're going to be giving the game out. I'm going to put it in this little fancy schmancy computery thing here, which I've not done yet. So that's why I said it may not be by the end of the show. But and if your name comes up, I'll mail you the game. All you got to do is send me your address.
If we lived closer together, we would have to do this old school
names in a hat.
Out of a hat.
Yep. But we don't.
I see that Captain Morgan hat back there. That would be perfect.
Yeah, it would be perfect, wouldn't it?
Her name out of a hat.
Mm.
You remember that day you and John got the hats and then they gave me beads?
Yeah.
Like, I wanted a hat and give me beads. Sweet.
Yeah. I think they thought you didn't deserve a hat.
Well, maybe. So did you go on a big quest to buy this game?
Yeah, I took the Patreon donations and I went down to the local general store and picked this game up.
Yeah.
Took my horse carriage.
I attempted to find this game at the limited 2 game stores that we have up here. One store, which is really a cool store. We've called it a funny name in the past, but it's a store. If anybody's listening in the Tazewell area,
Sorry, that just makes me laugh. If anybody's listening in the Tazewell area,
it's a little store called Reset Games, and they've got a lot of NES games, but and then there's another store that doesn't have as many, but they didn't have it. And I kind of waited too long to try to buy it online. So I had to cheat and play a ROM. But
you mean the demo?
Yes, the demo. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
No,
that's okay. That's all right. It fortunately was not terribly expensive, so we will also we'll be able to give away the next game too.
Right.
Which I have back here on the shelf.
All right. So talk about the game.
Yeah, let's go ahead. I guess we could talk about the game a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, that is the point of the show.
Yeah. It's hard. That's, if I could sum it up in 2 words, it's hard.
Mm-hmm. Well, an abbreviated word and another word.
Yeah.
It's technically three words.
Yeah, that's true. I always get kind of concerned when I play the quote unquote demo version of these games, because it's like, is this how the game really plays, or is it just kind of the way that the demo works? But I I think this is really just how difficult the game is. A
Yeah,
lot of enemies
it's hard.
on the screen at one time, and it's just insane.
It is a I don't know if I can. It's what's what it's called. I was trying to think if I could say this on a family-friendly show, but it's called a bullet hell shooter, right? Can I say that on family-friendly? If I can't, cut it out.
Okay.
Anyways, so there's just things coming at you constantly all the time. It's not as bad as some of the ones that have come out, like on the PlayStation 1 and stuff back in the day, but
Right.
it's still along the same lines where you've got just tons of enemies coming at you, and you have to dodge a whole bunch of stuff and shoot them at the same time.
Right, and the screen just keeps moving forward. You can't like just stall and try to shoot. It's going to eventually. You've got to keep moving.
It forces you to move forward. Yeah.
The thing about this game is, I think a lot of games like this is it takes a lot of gameplay to get good at this game, because everything's about timing. Everything's about where you need to be on the screen at any given time, and there's no like I don't think, or at least in my opinion, there's no rhyme or reason to say go to the front of the screen, go to the back of the screen, or one side of the screen, the other. You've got to keep moving. There's a combination of moves. I think the more you play this game, you're going to figure that out. And
Yeah, I think it's almost, for me, it was almost like Twitch reactions, because I don't know if it may be a set pattern, but there's just so much happening all at once. It's really more, for me, it was just really paying attention and dodging and like, just Twitch reactions to what was going on the screen. This game is, I guess, I don't know if we've done a good job of explaining it or not, but it is basically 1942. It's like an airplane shooting game that, where you're constantly moving up. It's like Captain Skyhawk, that sort of game. But they take an interesting twist in that they make you a caveman, like running around on the ground. Right. So you're not flying, you're running across the ground, which means that they can incorporate some platforming elements too, like jumping across lily pads and stuff.
I mean, I like that type of game. I love Captain Skyhawk, and I love what little I've played of 1942. I've not played a whole lot of it, but and I think that I like this game too. But it's just like you said, it's just another play on it.
Yeah, and actually, it's a lot like, I don't know if you've played Gunsmoke for NES, but Gunsmoke's kind of in the same vein. You're a cowboy walking, and it forces you to walk up, and you're just walking up, and you can shoot left, right, up. The difference, though, is, and that's kind of where the bullet storm type of gameplay comes in this game, is in Gunsmoke, there's just a few guys here and there. You're not just constantly being just pelted with spit. Yeah. It looks like spit to me. It looks like they're all kind of trying to spit at you.
Ping pong balls.
Yeah. Did you say dung balls?
Ping pong balls.
Ghost poop? Goose poop. Goose poop.
Goose poop. Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, there's our goose poop quota.
Yep.
No, but it's I think it's an interesting take. I think it's fun to incorporate that little bit of platforming. Although I didn't really like it because it was difficult to jump across the lily pads when the game's also forcing you to go up.
Right.
It's kind of an interesting dynamic there. It's kind of difficult. But,
yeah. And well, you can get the angel wings and just fly over the water if you can find them.
Yeah, this game is also, it seems, all about power-ups. If you can get a bunch of power-ups without dying, then you'll be good to go. Which brings me to another point, something that you're trying to gloss over here, and I don't want to gloss over it. That sound signals
time to talk about the manual. It was a reminder on my phone to talk about the manual.
Yeah, I can't forget about that. All right, so good looking screen there.
Right.
I'm always worried that people are going to think I'm, when I share my screen here, right? And it's showing the screen. It's also showing all my bookmarks up top. What are people going to think about me?
Podcasts, money.
Yep, money, music, movies, TV.
Well, there's nothing
No, I
Just
don't have
say,
like a. I don't have like a
let's say
adult
online
movies
dating.
tab or something. Yeah, online dating tab. Or something. Those are in incognito mode. So
That's your account to farmersonly.com up there. So,
no, that's where I met my wife.
yeah, farmersonly.com.
Yeah,
You don't have to be lonely at farmersonly.com.
yeah. You got to sing it though. You got to sing it.
Okay, so manual. I love the
All right.
warnings. There's a lot of warnings here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because this is a precision tooled device, do not use or store it in extreme temperature conditions. Avoid hard shocks.
Okay.
Now this one's for all the geese out there. Avoid soiling the connector terminals.
I love this manual already. This manual might be my favorite.
Yeah. You don't want to soil them connector terminals. Also, to all you people out there that do this, like me, do not clean this device with alcohol, thinner, benzene, or other volatile substances. So don't clean your connectors with alcohol, according to Dino Riki. Now, I would say don't clean it with straight alcohol. That's probably not good. But I do like a 50-50 water alcohol solution.
Whiskey.
Yeah.
You're drinking your whiskey and water, and you just kind of dip a little rag in there. And
Yeah. I mean, that's just how I roll, Travelers Club.
Right.
And water. I still drink
I think
that.
I just dripped a little bit in my mouth.
Yeah. Anyways.
All right.
It's not that bad.
It's not.
Once you get that good acquired taste.
Right.
Anyways, the game story. Here we go. In prehistoric times, there were ancient dinosaur creatures. Wait, hang on. Just a second. I'm going to zoom in because it's my eyes. Yeah. I'm in my 30s now. I can't really read too well. Old. In prehistoric times, where ancient dinosaur creatures ruled, the adventures of Dino Riki began. A courageous and intelligent young man, Dino Riki, is determined to establish mankind's future in this violent age. Dino Riki must explore and fight his way through deserts filled with quicksand, sinking lotus swamps, dark caverns, and deep canyons. As Dino Riki begins his adventure, he is armed with a shooting weapon that will change and progress from rocks to axes, from axes to boomerangs, from boomerangs to fiery torches by collecting fists. There are many hidden items that will help Dino Riki to increase his strength, meat, life, heart, fly like an eagle.
Fly like an eagle.
You beat me to it.
Yeah.
One that will change Dino Riki into Macho Riki.
Oh, yeah.
The Ancient Warrior, and many more. Dino Riki will need all the ancient knowledge and items that he can find before facing the dinosaur bosses. Tyrannosaurus, Pteranodon,
I don't know.
Pteranodon, Monster Fly, and Giant Cobra.
So is the pterodactyl a monster? The monster fly? I thought it was just a pterodactyl.
Yeah, it looks like a pterodactyl. First level boss is a pterodactyl. I would think it would just be a pterodactyl.
Right. Oh, the Macho Man Randy Savage reference reminded me of how I should have mentioned this in history, but I got to go back to it because it's hilarious. So, how this game was advertised in Japan. Okay, so there was apparently a pro wrestler named Ricky, spelled the same way, and so all the advertisements over there featured him in it, and he would say Ricky ga subete, and which means power is everything.
Ooh,
yeah,
Ricky ga subete.
Exactly.
That's pretty powerful, actually.
No. Yeah.
No, it doesn't. Okay, well, it's whatever.
I'm saying no.
I'm just showing everybody how I'm recording here too. God, I got to remember when I'm screen sharing. Jeez.
Yeah.
There's no telling what else I've showed people.
Yeah, really.
Okay, so moving on. Power-ups, which we've talked about a
Meat.
little bit. You get some meat, gives you energy,
Mhm.
makes you more powerful, which I wish there was a bar for that to show whenever you're playing the game. I wish they would show you like what your power is. The heart, which gives you more life, which there is hearts that show you your life on the top. Turbo boots speed you up. The power fist, which was what changes it from a rock, or no, it's called a shooting weapon, which I'm guessing is a sling.
Rocks. Yeah.
What is it called? Slingshot. Yeah.
Mhm.
So from slingshot to axe to blah blah blah, whatever they said, boomerang, torches.
Yeah.
Yep. Then there's always airy bird.
Right. That when you get that one, it tweets out for you that you're playing the game.
Yep. That's how you get your tweets.
Mm-hmm. I like Macho Ricky, just kind of a guy with a comb over.
Yeah, a very grumpy guy with a come over.
Mm-hmm.
The airy bird, it really does look like the Twitter bird, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
I think there's a little copyright infringement going on here.
Yeah. Hudson Soft should sue Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
He stole it from Airy Bird. All right.
All right. So weapons. What was your favorite weapon? I think it's pretty obvious. The torch is by far the best weapon. Although I never did have it for very long. I always died. So yeah, the torch is the way to go because it just spreads out. It's like getting the spreader gun in Contra. There's no point in having anything else.
Right.
Okay. Whoa. This is nice. Look at this. Look at this. A 2-page spread. The big character of Dino Riki.
Yeah. So they're calling a pterodactyl a pteranodon. Maybe there is something called a pteranodon. I just don't know.
I guess that could be.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, is the Tyrannosaurus the final boss?
Well, he's the second boss, isn't he?
I don't remember.
I don't know he's the second boss. So you beat the second world. When you beat the second stage, which I have a lot of issues with the second stage. Mainly just one.
Oh yeah, he is the boss of the second stage. Why wouldn't the Tyrannosaurus Rex be the boss of the game?
It should be. He should be the Tyrannosaurus Rex should be the boss of everything, right?
Is it because of his short little arms?
Well, he's like the biggest, baddest dinosaur, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but maybe when they were having boss contests or whatever, when they decide who the boss of the dinosaurs was going to be, it was like a contest. There's like the running competition, there was the eating competition, and then there was the getting things off the top shelf competition.
Or push-ups.
Yeah, or push-ups. And T-Rex just couldn't handle it.
Right.
Shot put. He couldn't do the shot put.
Have you ever seen the little cartoon that gets shared on Facebook every now and then? It's like, if you think you're having a bad day, think of a Tyrannosaurus Rex trying to make his bed.
I've seen that one, and I've seen T-Rex doing push-ups. No, I've seen a bunch of them.
Yeah.
You know, if T-Rex was here and alive and here today, he would be upset that we make fun of him for his short arms all the time.
Yeah.
Because he didn't need them. That was the big deal. He didn't need them.
Right.
I'm showing a little gameplay video here now too.
Yeah. I'm getting mesmerized by it. So
it's a little lag there, but you know.
The part of the second stage that irks me is, so you're supposed to be prehistoric time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess this whole thing is just kind of a farce, but people with dinosaurs, not really happening. But then he gets to ancient Rome. It's like buildings with did you get that?
Yeah. I think, well, he's supposed to be saving the human race from the dinosaurs, right? That's the purpose of the game.
Oh, okay.
I think this is a bit of a, I'm pretty sure it's fiction. Yeah.
Oh, this is based on a true story?
No, I'm pretty sure it's fiction there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that changes things.
Yeah. Does that make you feel a little bit better about things?
Kind of like the Flintstones.
Yeah. What? The Flintstones isn't real?
No.
Oh. Blast.
It's not a documentary.
Even the one with John Goodman or whoever that guy is?
Yeah, John Goodman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one's not a documentary either?
No, it's not.
Hey, you know, speaking of the Flintstones movie, I didn't know until maybe 6 months ago when it came on TV that Rick Moranis was Barney.
Yeah.
He does
Where is
such a
Rick
good he
Moranis?
does such a good job of Barney.
Where is Rick Moranis?
He actually retired from doing movies because his wife got cancer or something,
Oh,
or MS or something like that. And anyways, his wife got some disease and he quit doing movies so he could take care of her.
well, that's
Noble thing
very
there.
sweet of him. But man, get that guy. He was hilarious.
He was hilarious. Hey,
I mean,
real quick,
Honey
since
Badger.
I'm showing, I'm kind of liking this here, this showing
Mhm.
YouTube videos of the
Right.
game while we discuss it. But I think we should give this guy a shout out. The guy used to be called Jerlick. Thank you for. I mean, I didn't ask to show this video, but it is YouTube, so that's legal, right? I can show any video I want off of YouTube. So, thank you. The guy used to be called Jerlick.
Or
Nice video you got going here.
or Jerlick.
Jerlick.
Jerlick, is that you?
Jerlick. What about the reason he changed his name is because he got tired of his mom hollering at him. Jerlick, time for supper. Anyways,
The woman who used to be called Bruce Jenner. Okay, just glancing over
okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
Anyways, back to Dino Riki.
Yeah.
I do have a few gripes with this game, other than its difficulty. All right.
Okay.
One is, for some reason, the power-ups block your bullets, and that really got on my nerves. Like, if you didn't run and pick up the power-ups immediately,
Right.
they would prevent your bullets from hitting the bad guys.
Right.
And that just seemed ridiculous to me. I couldn't stand that.
This guy's really good at the game.
Yeah, he's a boss. I mean, I'm not even sure if I've seen him die
I don't
yet.
think he died. But that reminds me. When you die, you look like a South Park character.
Yeah,
Your
you kind
eyes
of do.
get big, and it looks like a South Park character. Okay, right there, that guy he just killed. That looks like a Sniffit from Super Mario Brothers 2. The guys that shoot the little bullets out of their mouth.
Yeah, they do. See, so this game just steals characters all the time.
Yep.
Anyways, did we finish the manual?
I don't think so. We just kind of
FCC regulations. We forgot
limited
about
warranty.
that. Yeah.
Memo, and it's blank.
That's
guess
free.
it's for you
It's
to
for
make
your own.
memos.
Yeah, write your own memos.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop. Thank you to YouTube for, well, not YouTube. Thank you to YouTube for letting the guy who used to be called Jerlick post up his video, and then thank you to Jerlick, or the guy who used to be called Jerlick, for playing this game awesomely and letting us use it. I'm now going to stop the screen share so we can see Justin's beautiful face. Also, so that I don't accidentally show something else I may pull up here on the side.
You're getting nervous. There was something I saw on Facebook the other day related to that. It was like, what are those medical bracelets, that people wear when they have like medical conditions, and if they had like, in a car wreck or something.
Mm-hmm.
And when you turned it over, instead of like a medical condition, it said, delete my browsing history.
That's funny.
So
true story.
So I got to talk about your tagline here: feet the size of a T-Rex head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We got to talk about the cover.
Yeah, the cover of the game.
Bigfoot.
Yeah, it's a Bigfoot. It's a Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Can anybody see the cover of the game there? Can they see it?
Yeah.
Okay. It's just Dino Riki. He's just basically drop kicking the T-Rex.
Right.
But his foot's the size of the T-Rex. It's pretty incredible.
Pretty massive foot.
And also, treat. This is a little treat for the game. The D-padder that gets this game. It's signed
by who?
I don't know, but it's signed
SDA?
by somebody. SDA, baby. I don't know who that is, but they signed it.
I thought you were gonna say you signed it. You should probably
Yeah,
sign it.
I could sign it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can. You want me to sign it as Mario or something? I mean,
Oh.
whoever wins it, they can let me know who they want it signed by.
Speaking of Mario, Luigi called me the other day.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
How's he doing
Well,
with the loss of his bro?
sent him a text, seeing how he's doing. He called me, and he just sat there silently on the phone again.
He's 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 the younger brother, so he's into the texting, and then you get him in an actual conversation where he has to talk to somebody. It's just awkward.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what he's doing.
Yeah, well, just sit in silence a little bit more. Huh?
Yeah. So do you have anything else to really say about this game?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think I've said my piece.
So what? So online, it's about. I don't know what you paid for it, but online it runs about 7, 10, $15. You could
Okay.
buy. There was a set on eBay, I believe it was, $30 for the box and everything, manual and everything, not sealed, but just everything included. Is it a $10? Is it a $10 purchase? Is it worth it?
Um, I don't know, man. If it was like 5, I'd say totally worth it.
Well, there's some out there that are like 650.
Okay.
$7.
If you can get below 10, I personally would say that it's worth it because I think it's a fun game. It's just a little hard. I don't know though, because there's here's the deal. There's way too many good games out there for the same price.
Mm-hmm.
Or let me say, there's way too many excellent games out there for the same price. So I'll say, in the same vein as what we've said in the past, if you've already got a bunch of these other games that we've talked about that we've just gushed about, and you're looking for another game to pick up, maybe you really like the top-down shooter style game, and you really want a challenge, then yeah, I would say it's worth $10. I mean, $10 is not a lot for an NES game anymore.
Yeah, I would go for it.
You would go for it?
Yeah.
Hey, let me say, there's a couple other things we do need to talk about when we talk about the game here. And
well, hold on. Take just a minute. Be right back.
Sure. All right. So the couple of things that we need to talk about
Uh-huh.
are the graphics, the sound, the high score challenge, and cheats. So there's a lot of things to talk about, I guess.
Yeah.
So let me just throw out the cheats real quick because there's only one that I found, and that is the how to continue the game.
Mm-hmm.
Is that when you get a game over, hold up and press start, and you can continue on the same level you died on instead of starting from the beginning.
Yeah.
So there's the only cheat that I found.
Yeah, I think that's about it on that department.
Yeah, and then the high score challenge, which I forgot to put up, but luckily, dude Sean put it up at the last minute.
On top of it.
Yep, number one in first place right now. It ends after this weekend, which by the time you listen to this will have probably been the past weekend or 2 weekends ago, even maybe. But you know that's why you need to join our Facebook group so you can get up to date on this stuff. Tom Miller is in first place with 247,640. All right. Yeah, that's a pretty high score. And then in second place, drum roll please, me. Can you guess what my score was?
100,000.
Close. 15,280.
Oh. That's funny.
I actually got higher than that, but I didn't take a picture of the higher score.
Yeah.
But I'm in second place with 15,280. So if anybody watches the YouTube video here and is live or is watching it live or something and sees it, they can get on there and get on the leaderboard because obviously my score is really easy to beat.
Doesn't take much.
No. So real quick, graphics and sound. Tell me about it. You like them?
I thought the graphics were really good for a top-down shooter, especially the bosses. The sprites.
It's very colorful. Very colorful.
Yeah.
I like it.
I didn't have any complaints, but at the same time, it didn't blow me away.
Right. I agree. Totally agree. What about the sound and the music?
It was a good addition, but again, almost with the graphics, it just, it didn't annoy me, but it didn't blow me away. Like, oh my gosh, this is awesome.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. Sounds good. All right. So we're done with the gameplay discussion, but while you were gone, and I hate to just tack on more fluff to the show, this already fluff-filled show.
Uh-huh.
But while you were gone, I got a little bored. I guess you're probably going to edit out the fact that you're gone, so this is going to sound weird, me saying while you were gone. But Justin took a break, and now he came back. And while he was gone, I got bored. I looked up some dinosaur jokes.
Oh, sweet.
So I'll just do a few of them here. Why can't you hear a pterodactyl use the bathroom?
Why?
Because the P is silent.
Okay.
What do you call a dinosaur with an extensive vocabulary?
What?
A thesaurus.
Oh, this is great.
Okay. What do you call a blind dinosaur?
What?
A do you think he saurus? Get it? Do you think he saurus?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why are dinosaurs no longer around?
Why?
I don't know. Some people say meteor. Some people say ice age and stuff.
Okay. Is that a joke?
Well, the joke was that anyways, the joke was that it's not really a joke.
Oh.
You get it. Actually, no, the joke, as I was reading the joke, I realized that the answer didn't really make sense to me. It's because their eggs stink.
Oh.
It's not a good joke. So
Their eggs stink? They have
Stink,
stinky
yeah.
eggs?
They have stinky eggs.
Shoo. Speaking of stinky eggs, these stomach issues are really lighting up over here.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad I can't smell through my microphone.
Right. Okay.
That's all the best jokes. So
how about some feedback?
We could do feedback, or we could do retrofitted trophies.
Okay, we'll do retrofitted trophies. I don't want to go out of order.
Yeah, please don't take me out of order.
Right.
I can't handle it. Do you have any retrofitted trophies?
I have 3.
Sweet. I have 3 as well.
All right. Go ahead. You go first.
Okay. The first one I have is Dino a Go Go, and that is get the turbo boots.
Okay, I like it. My first one is, oh, look, a time travel machine. And that is beat stage 1. Because it looks like you go into the future, into Roman times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. That's good. My next one is Tyrannosaurus Rex, spelled WREKS or ECKS, like a car wreck.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Tyrannosaurus Rex, and that is defeat the T-Rex.
Nice. I got check my new invention, and that is kill all on-screen enemies with fire. Because, caveman invented fire, whatever.
Oh, yeah. I like that. Okay, I have Dino Snore, and that is not be able to beat the first level. You might as well go take a nap.
Yeah. All right, my last one is wrong game, dude, and that is kill the sniffet looking bad guy.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right.
Yeah, that's all right. Quick and easy. I feel like I don't know, man. I don't really like my trophies this week.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of mine either, but
so that means we need some submissions on the Facebook group.
Yes.
Yep. All right, moving on. How are we going to rate this game?
What type of dinosaur would be the easy way to rate it?
Yeah, that's pretty obvious. Let's just go with that.
You want to go with that?
Or no, that's too obvious, right? Is that what you're saying? Just trying to say.
Yeah.
How about Flintstone's character?
Ooh. I was going to say Jurassic Park movie, but I like Flintstone's character better.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Dino.
Oh, that's who I was going to go with. Okay, we can both go with Dino, but tell me your reason. I'll tell you mine.
Dino, because he's a fun character. He's not a necessary character. Like, this game's not a necessary addition to your collection, but it's a fun addition.
Mm-hmm.
And Dino is kind of hard to understand because he's pretty much a dog, and this game is difficult.
This game is a dog.
This game is a dog. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, I was going to go with Dino because he's fun to have around. But every now and then he can get a little frustrating because you can't control him and you can't rein him in. So I feel like this game that's kind of how I feel about this game. It's like I'm playing it, it's fun, and then all of a sudden it's like there's stuff everywhere. I can't figure out what's going on, and I'm dying. So,
yeah.
All right, that's good. I like that. I'm glad we didn't go with dinosaurs.
All right.
Now we can do feedback.
All right. Well, Dude Joe leads us off.
Leads us off.
Yes, Dude Joe brings in the first bit of feedback. He says, got this game from Craig right here in the community, and I can't put it down. I love this game. I had to hear the dudes take on this gym. I mean, good game. Definitely wasn't what I expected when I put the cart into my Retron. Plays like 1942 and can be a bit tough in spots. So you got this game actually off of the Facebook group, I guess.
Yeah, that's cool. So it's another member of the Facebook group.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Gabe Van Gilder said, awesome, never played it, but can't wait to hear about this game. And he says, when GameStop starts selling the NES cheap, going to get one maybe. And Joe said it's about $10 game, cheap. You should get it. And then there's kind of a discussion between Gabe and Tim Wilder. They're talking about different prices of games. Cleva the Great says, me likey, me wanty, LOL. But for real, y'all's podcast keep me going at work. Keep up the work. And I'm ready for the next show. All right. Eric Purcell. We just talked about you, Eric.
Eric Purcell.
Yeah. Yeah, Dragon Warrior is very common, thanks in part to the Nintendo Power Bundle. So they were talking about Dragon Warrior up there, and he says, "I can't wait to try Dino Riki out if Dude Copel is recommending it." Matt Daly says, "I've never played it, so I'll definitely give it a shot to follow along. Also, it looks like Dino Ricky's foot is the same size as the head of a T Rex, so
Hey,
he's
yeah.
got to be a tough customer."
We thought the same thing, Matt.
Mike Vito says, "Can't wait to play this. Hudson Soft rarely disappoints."
They are kind of an unsung
Yeah.
developer on the NES because I did like a lot of the games that they came out with.
Brian Voss says, "I've never heard of it."
Fair enough.
All right. Some more comments about Dragon Warrior. And then Ryan Reynolds. Is that Van Wilder?
Maybe.
Van Wilder's on our Facebook group.
All right.
But Ryan actually had the best comment. It's my favorite, my pick for best comment. And he says, "I rented this game as a child, and it was so hard that I cried." Sean, our buddy dude Sean, says, "Awesome take on the whole auto-scrolling ship shooter genre that was so prevalent on the NES. My friend owned it growing up, and I always marveled that he was playing a game like the ones I had, but it has actually had a guy walking around doing the same thing, added some platforming." And Peter Guzman rounds it out with, "This was one of the first games that I owned. I was into dinosaurs back then, and this game was it."
Nice. This game would be really fun for somebody who like dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely better than Color a Dinosaur.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's good. And you know what? I did the pick. I've got the pick for the person who's going to get the game. I've got it.
Sweet.
I've randomly selected somebody based on the criteria I spoke of earlier. Here's the look at the game one more time. This is the game that will be going to Mike Vito.
All right, Mike.
Congratulations, Mike Vito. If you will email me your address, I will ship you this game. So you can email us at mail@nesdudes.com or dudemichael@nesdudes.com. So either one of those will work. They'll both come to me. Whichever one is easier for you to remember. Just email me your address. Actually, I may already have your address. Mike, I think I already have your address. So never mind. I'll just mail it to you.
All right.
I've got his address from the junk box. I'm pretty sure. So I'll just mail it to him.
This might be in your mailbox actually before this show gets released.
It's possible. Yeah. Maybe I should delay the mailing just a little bit, just so he doesn't get just a random game that says, oh, look at that.
Yeah.
I'll delay it until the episode releases, and then I'll mail it. That just means I get to play it a little bit longer.
That's right. Good news for you.
Yeah.
All right.
There's no new iTunes and there's no voicemails. So
get on there, folks.
We did get an email, but it's not email necessarily to be read on the show.
Oh.
You know, it's hate mail. So I don't.
Is it?
No, it's not hate mail. I'm just kidding. No.
So you got to read hate mail.
Just a nice guy complimenting us on the podcast, asking us some podcasting questions.
Cool.
So actually, I will read part of it because he is asking us a question about the future of our show. So it actually might be good. This is from Stephen Kelly. He's getting ready to start his own podcast, and so he asked us some podcast questions. He also asked us if he could use our retro achievement segment for his show, which I'll tell you, I'll write back in your email, but I'll tell you on air, then that's fine because we accidentally stole it from somebody else anyways. So yeah, we're not really the people to be asking. We're thieves ourselves. So yes, you're welcome to use that. But he wants to know, are we ever going to cover officially unreleased games, or like games that were never released and like hacks and things like he mentioned Super Mario Adventure, D-Pad Hero, Zelda Outlands of the Kalatia. And also he wonders about new games, new, what do you call them? Not reproductions, but yeah, I guess they are reproductions, but they're not reproductions of old games. They're brand new games that have been made, such as Battle Kid, Fortress of Peril, or Mad Wizard. I think I don't know about you, Justin. I think we mainly want to focus on the NES games, but the potential of a bonus episode where we cover something like that is not out of the realm of possibility.
We've somewhat done that in the past. We did.
Yeah, we've done a little bit of that. We did Shovel Knight, for example. Yeah. And there's a guy doing a Kickstarter for right now for his new NES game. What is it, Mystic Searches or something like that? I might get in touch with him. I know he's in. Rob McCallum's in touch with him, and we somewhat talk to Rob every now and then. He's been on the show a couple times, so I could potentially reach out to him and then get that guy on the show. We can talk about his game sometime, so we could do that.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's a possibility. I think our main focus is going to be on released NES games.
Yeah,
but the potential of a future shows where we get something on might be a possibility.
Yeah, sure.
Bonus episodes.
Maybe do like a combined episode where we talk about several of them.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah,
I think it's possible. All right, so there's your email. How about that?
Okay. So you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, of course, our website, twodudesandannest.com, nestdudes.com, and nintendudes.com. You can check out our little postings about every episode that we've ever done. There's going to be additional articles on there. Go on there and check that out. You will not be disappointed. And you can always call us and leave us a voicemail and actually hear your voice on the podcast. And that number is, Michael?
775-773-8761 or 775-7retro1. And if you're like, Dude Joe, you could get inspired by hearing yourself on air, hearing us compliment your sultry voice, and be inspired to start your own podcast.
Joe has got a voice for podcasting, radio, or whatever.
And I told Joe to email me his promo because he donated on Patreon to get a promo on the show. So if he emailed it to me by the time this podcast gets edited, we'll put it right here since we're talking about him. Right here.
And if not, I'm just going to leave in right here.
That's fine. It's fine. Just leave it in. Because it makes sense. And then, if he doesn't put it in, then back there was nothing. It sounds kind of
was where it would have been. Right.
Yeah. Right.
All right.
iTunes, Stitcher. Did you say those?
Nope. Check us out on iTunes or Stitcher. Write us a review on iTunes, and your voice will be heard. We'll read it on the show.
That's right.
And
so, how can people get their voices heard? People like to hear themselves. So let's real quick before we close out. 3 options. Write us an iTunes review. It will be read. And you can put whatever you want in it. I will say just about anything,
as long as it's not vulgar.
As long as it's family friendly.
Yeah.
And not just a blatant nothing but an ad. I don't want that. I mean, you can drop, say, hey, this is such and such from the such and such podcast. I really like this show. 5 stars. I'll still read it. So there's that. There's also our Facebook group. That's a good place to get vocal in the feedback. We read pretty much everything on there unless it's just conversation between other people. If it's feedback about the game, it gets read.
Right.
And you also get entered into the contest to win the game most every time from here on out, as long as we have the funds. And then lastly, call the number and you get your voice played on air
Right.
as an actual voice. So.
All right.
All right, good deal. Go check out theretrojunkies.com also.
Oh yeah, lots of good shows out there.
Yep. Like to really cram everything in here at the end.
Yeah.
And support us on Patreon. Patreon.com/NESdudes.
Yep.
Anything else I can cram in here as we're trying? My stomach's growling. I'm ready to eat breakfast. Trying to cram stuff in here. Hey, yeah, throw one down. Can you like smush it into your screen there for me?
Yeah, yeah. All right.
All right, here comes some music.
See you, everybody.
Bye.